My dear genius, we have to talk about what happened last night. Keep an open mind. You know, have you ever had a meditation? Have you ever had a day where you just keep having mystical experiences randomly? When suddenly you realize that you have gotten an upgrade, you have unlocked something in you that is either at the same level as your best retreat or even better. That's what happened to me. I have a lot to think about. I've been journaling, but I'm gonna record this and I might put it on YouTube. Maybe. I've had meditations where, I became everything, everyone, no one, all this stuff. But I had a dialogue yesterday. I would ask something, I would say something. And then since we're also source, I would then become a source and answer that question. But as I was answering that question, I felt this infinite love for me looking at me from outside of me. And then I would think of someone or something, and I would equally feel infinite love for that person. And it would be so much, I would kiss my lips and just send them love. At one point, I had my blindfolds on, right? I removed them halfway when I was having this experience because I just wanted to play. I wanted to experiment. I wanted to see what happens if I have my eyes open, eyes closed. I wanted to do that, and I couldn't do that with my blindfolds on. And suddenly, obviously, I was probably seeing that with my pineal gland, not my real eyes, but everything between the things I'm looking at and me, there's these layers of energetic matrix that projects and creates that particular hologram, that creates that particular matter that you can perceive as a thing. And I was able to see all the layers. I was able to see all the geometry between everything. And then I asked myself, is there more love? And I had to lay down. And I felt so much love. I felt so much love. It was so beautiful. And I asked, is there more love? And it just kept getting more intense. And at some point, I was just teasing myself. I was like, stop it. What is this? What is this? I got thirsty in the middle of it. And I thought of water. And suddenly I wasn't thirsty anymore. I felt that I just drank water. It was just done. It was instant. I couldn't believe it. Like, what? And I heard this voice, of course. It's all yours. Everything is yours. There's no word, there's no no in vocabulary of the source. If you ask the universe in the space of oneness, am I beautiful? Of course. Am I ugly? Of course. Does God exist? Of course. Does he not exist? Of course. Because you create your reality based on what you believe to be true. So whatever you say will become real for you. Whatever you believe truly in your bones, not intellectually. It's not enough to just know. You have to embody things for you to. Are you healed? Of course. Are you sick? Of course. You have so much freedom. You have so much unlimited love from God. And God is so unlimited, so powerful. Source, universe, don't all you non-religious people. Whatever we call it, doesn't matter, right? It's not God, it's a very confusing word, challenging word. That the stronger you are, the less you need to exert power, the less you need to prove yourself. And because the source is all powerful, it has the most gentlest touch. And source loves you so unconditionally that you're even allowed to think that God doesn't exist. And source doesn't exist. And all these divine powers do not exist. You have the freedom to believe that, and you will be able to live your entire life believing this. There's no one in my family who does the work. Everything I tell them, I don't talk to them about this work because it'll just go right over their head. It's boring. It's woo-woo. It's, I don't know, hippie stuff, whatever it is. You're part of a cult. Doesn't matter. Everything's within you. What you believe becomes true. Even if that means ignorance, even if that means sleepwalking through life. You're allowed to do that. You know, Dolores Cannon said, if you want to spend eternity just staying in second grade, you're allowed to do that. You'll just repeat second grade over and over again. Forever, if you want to. But then most people have a desire to go up and up and up and graduate and become oneness again. That's the challenge. And that's a choice. And remaining in second grade is a choice. Staying sick is a choice. Healing is a choice. Becoming abundant is a choice. And calling rich people evil and then staying poor all your life is a choice. All of these are choices. And because you're so loved and you're so divine, of course it's yours. You're free to experience anything you want. I meant to tell you everything that I experienced last night, but it's too much. Like just thinking about it is making me sweat like crazy. It was so intense. It was so much. It was so pure. It was so beautiful. It was so magical. The world just looks different today. I feel so free. I'm so grateful for my avatar. You know? I hope this inspires people to do the work. There's so many ways to enjoy the world life, you know. I was just talking to a couple of my friends that I'm going to be going to my next retreat with, or the next few ones. I don't know. I live very spontaneous now. I don't like to plan things. I just let life unfold. Planning is boring to me. Planning is predictions, predictability, the known, and most of it comes from the past. So a lot of the times when you're planning things, you're using information from the past and you're tossing it into the future. I don't like that anymore. It's too boring for me. If I'm convinced that no matter what happens to me is going to be good for me, what do I care what happens? And if I don't care what happens and I surrender to this experiment, suddenly my vibration goes up because I've dropped my baggage. I have disconnected the bonds with anxieties and fears of the future and all the shame, guilt, nonsense of the past, traumas. And when all of that goes away, the pressure, the bonds go away, it's as if you were pressing a balloon underwater, and when the pressure is released, you remove your hands, the balloon shoots up, right? Your vibration shoots up. You become high frequency, high vibrational, you know? And you become magnetic, by the way. When you don't care, and by don't care, okay, so don't take my words too literally. I'm pointing at something. So when I say I don't care, do I never care? No, I do care. I do care about raising my energy, doing the work, exploring my avatar, playing this game and this life. I care, but I'm disconnected from the outcome. And because I don't care what happens, because we're eternal, only good things can happen. And sometimes you get too involved into the holographic game and you get too involved into the drama and you forget who you are. And that's when you can hurt yourself. That's when you can feel pain and regret. And what are people going to think about me? People are going to judge me, poor thing. The freedom that you seek is within you. The wealth and abundance that you seek is already yours. You just have to remove the stuff out of the way from the door so the door can come open and everything will come flooding right in. I don't believe in grind, and you don't go to sleep when you're tired. You go to sleep when you are done, and you grind and you outwork everyone in the room. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. If you're passionate about what you do, if you love what you do, you're not grinding. You're enjoying. You're playing. Grinding is torture. Hustling is torture. But if you're passionate about something, I love what I do. I love reading books. I love going to retreats. I love meeting people. I love learning. I love practicing. Yoga, meditation, just staying present, staying in the flow of life. What grind? What hustle? It's nonsense. You don't need any of that. You're not meant to suffer. Life is not suffering. Life is not supposed to be suffering. Jordan Peterson will disagree, but I don't care. Life is too beautiful for me to see it as suffering. I love my life. I'm so happy. How can this be suffering? I'm so happy. I'm having mystical experiences, out of body experiences. And then I come back to this world and I was like, oh, I'm back to earth school where I have to pay taxes and work. That's fine. And I turn all of that nonsense into serving. How can I serve? How can I serve more? How can I help? Because when I raise my energy, when I raise my vibration, when I create coherence, it benefits everyone in the world. And it benefits the whole, the existence, the collective. So when you become the change you want to see in the world, as Gandhi did not explain thoroughly too much, he just stopped it, right? That's the quote. Be the change you want to see in the world. Kind of like a biblical metaphor, but there's so much depth to it. When you become the change that you see in the world, you create an imprint in the quantum field. And when you create an imprint in the quantum field that is available to all existence, all people, just, sorry, that's probably loud. It makes it easy for other people to raise their energy. It makes it easy for other people to reach enlightenment. It makes it other people to embody the spiritual practices and let go of what they consider to be a life full of suffering. Life is not suffering. Life is a gift. Life is a journey. Life is a vacation. Life is a school. Life is beauty. Life is exploring the infinity of love, of how much more love there is. I haven't found the end of that yet because I just keep asking and I get more of it and I get more of it. And I was like, it's crazy. Oh. I'm still processing. I'm going to journal some more. These are my raw thoughts. Please don't judge me if I was going here and there, here and there. I just wanted to tell you without processing first. And then when I process it a little bit more, I will continue to tell you more. Because whenever a mystical experience is too long or too much happens in my meditation, I only remember a few things. And then later on, more and more things just reveal themselves, right? Why does that happen? Because in the blood of an advanced meditator, you find chemicals that make neurons grow. And neurons after meditations grow for hours and hours and hours because of all these chemicals that you have released within your body. All of the light energy that has been converted into energy that your body needs. Did you know there's advanced meditators can use melanin as a photosynthesis molecule for our body. So melanin is for us what green pigmentation is for the plants, which is the photosynthesis. So melanin can convert light energy into cellular energy. And if you're really good, you can give your body 90% of the energy that you need just from absorbing light and converting it into the cellular energy. So you guys probably remember when Sadhguru said that he sat down on this rock and he was meditating for days, right? There are yogis and meditators that are so strong, so powerful, that they don't eat, they don't drink sometimes, months, years, I don't know. Yogananda's autobiography has all the details if you guys are interested. I don't know which chapter, but my favorite chapter of that book is chapter 43. That if you can get 90% of your energy that your body needs, 90% of nutrients, anything, cellular energy, from light, using melanin. Maybe there's other things that you can use that science hasn't found out, so we don't know the name of it. But you can do it. There are monks, there's yogis, shamans that'll meditate for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They'll just be sitting there. They don't go to the bathroom. They don't move. They don't eat. They don't drink. A sleepwalker would have no clue what that means. We are so much more powerful than we think. We are so unlimited than we think. And last night just broke open a new box for me. I'm like, oh my God, this just doesn't end. I think I figured things out, and then something else happens. It's like, oh my God. It's just the adventure just keeps getting more and more interesting. Where does it end? What do I care? I'm just enjoying the journey. Destination is not my goal. Destination is not where the fun is. Fun is the journey. You guys probably know some couples that when they're struggling, they're hustling, they're grinding, they're working 2-3 jobs, starting new businesses, and they're just together, they're supporting each other, they're doing everything possible. And then when they become rich, they get a divorce. Because the most exciting time of their life was when they were going through those struggles. They were closer, they loved each other more, they supported each other more. And then when they reached their destination of abundance that they wanted to reach, there was nothing else to do. It was too boring. So they had to then split and start new journeys, start new chapters. Because this adventures seem to be over because the goal has been achieved. Now, once the goal has been achieved and there's no other goal but to just stay here, that was too boring for them. So they got divorced. And then they start their new journey, new adventure, new struggles, right? Because our mind needs struggle to grow. Why do we go to school? Might be a friendly struggle to learn things in school. But if you think of struggle as a cool thing, suddenly you're enjoying life. You'll find beauty. You'll find so much perfection in everything. Buddha once said, when you realize through your enlightenment that everything is perfect, you're going to look up at the sky and laugh. I laughed a lot last night. Everything was perfect. Everything is perfect. Everything that you give meaning to starts to affect you based on the definition and the meaning that you have given it. Before that, it's just neutral. Everything is neutral until you give it definition and meaning. Right? That's why Einstein said, there's no such thing as good or bad, except thinking makes it so. Okay, that's enough ramble. I'm going to go journal again.